This particular 4-Tec has the Corvette C8 body, and man, it just looks awesome. Even just sitting still, it looks fast, and I really love the details. It's got the Chevy wheels, just like you see on a real C8. It's got the motor window in the back, so you can see like the little fake motor in there. It is just really cool, and I'm excited to get this thing out to run. Welcome to XXL RC. Today, we're going to be taking a look at my Traxxas 4-Tec 3.0. Now, if you saw my RC deals video where I bought a bunch of scratch and dent cars, you've seen this car before. Ever since that video though, it's just been kind of sitting on the shelf and I feel a little bad about that. So today we're going to take it out and see what kind of numbers it can put down. Now it's just in its stock configuration, which is a brushed Traxxas XL5 ESC with the Titan 12-turn 550 can motor, so nothing crazy. We're going to be running a 2-cell LiPo in it. I've got my GNSS GPS module all charged up, so I'm going to fit that down on the chassis, and we'll take it out, see what kind of numbers it puts down. See how this thing does. Now, like I said, it's just brushed, so not expecting a whole lot out of it. Oh, she'll do some donuts though, look at that. Alright, enough messing around with this thing. It is pretty fun. It can whip some donuts. Got the GNSS going. We're gonna track, start. Make sure it's working. Yep, sure is. Let's go. Oh yeah, that's all out. Bring her back. $21. Yeah, that's about what I got out of my baby infraction when it was stock. I'm gonna go up and down one more time and just verify that speed. So we will track, start. Yep, there we go. Oh no, it actually went through the grass. Oh my god, this thing is fun. Alright. That was kind of a wonky run, so let's try that again. Yeah, that's about all she's got. You can just hit full throttle right off the get-go from this thing. 21. Okay, well, like I said, this thing is super fun. Would be really great, you know, for a beginner, because you're not going to mess up too much at 21 miles an hour, but it's still really fun to rip around on the street with. I don't know if 21 is going to do it for me, so I think we're going to be doing some upgrades on this thing. As soon as it goes in the grass though, it's got nothing. I mean, look at how low it sits. Almost touching the ground. Initial impressions. Super cool car. Very cool styling. I love the Corvette C8. It's great. The brush motor system leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, it was super fun. I can hoon around in the street out there, whip some donuts with it. It's just not very fast. You know, 21 miles an hour, whatever it was. It's been a while since I recorded that first part. You know, I've had some fun with this thing, but I think I'm ready for an upgrade to make it just a little funner. If you saw my video with the Infraction 3S, it's going to get the same treatment there. I've got another one of these Sidewinder 3 kits. It's the 1406 4600 kV motor with the Sidewinder 3 ESC. We're going to add that on this and see what it does. I think I got 50, maybe 53 miles an hour out of the infraction. I don't know. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out. Pretty cool. Still working on that. I want to get that to 70. I'd like to see the same numbers out of the 4-Tec. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to get that in there. Hopefully I can use the same stock gearing. If not, I'll have to figure that out. So let's get to it.
Me down again. Hold up. I'm so in love with you. You got me down again.
It's done. That was one of the quicker and easier electronics upgrades that I've done. This whole thing comes out. There's just 4 screws that hold the gear cover on, and it has that special plate on there that sets the mesh automatically. I just had to solder on an XT60 because that's what I use, and stuck it down. The one last thing, very important whenever you switch out electronics like this, it's right here in the quick start guide. You need to calibrate the ESC to the radio before you run it. You know, it would probably work without doing this, but you could get stuck in a situation where the throttle's not right and it takes off on you, or it won't work at all. So, best bet is to calibrate before you run it. I always like to set them up on something that way, you know, if they do decide to take off, they're not going to go anywhere. Got a battery here. We got a Fluorion, which I don't think they make anymore. I've had these, I mentioned these on the channel before. I finally get a chance to use them. They were clearing them out on Amazon, and I bought a whole bunch of them. Haven't really used them in anything too much. So I guess that's one good part of setting up these 3-cell systems, is that I finally get to use these. They look like decent batteries. They've been sitting on the shelf and the cells are still balanced in them. They seem pretty good. So that's what we're going to run in this guy. I'm just going to hook it up here. Oh, guess I flipped that on. Connect the battery. Check. Turn on your transmitter and hold full throttle. Well, I do that most of the time anyways, right? So transmitter on. Hold full throttle. While holding full throttle on your transmitter, turn the ESC switch on. After a few seconds, you'll hear multiple tones and the ESC's red LED will light. Okay. Okay. I don't know what it's doing. Did I not do it right? I don't think I did that right. All right, turn on the transmitter. Hold full throttle. While holding full throttle on your transmitter, turn the ESC switch on. After a few seconds, you'll hear multiple tones and the ESC's red LED will light. Then I'm going to hold full brake. Then we'll hear multiple tones and the yellow LED will light. Then we're going to put neutral. You'll hear multiple tones and all the LEDs will light. A few seconds later, the ESC will arm with a double tone and you're ready to go. Okay. So, full throttle, turn it on, wait for the red light. No. Holy cow. That seems backwards. Okay. So I think we'll switch 2 of these. You can only do this on a sensorless ESC. You can switch 2 of them to reverse the rotation. If it was censored, you'd have to go into the programming and change the rotation that way. This is a sensored motor, but the ESC is sensorless, so it doesn't use the sensor. Makes sense? Alright, transmitter on. Full throttle. Turn this guy on. I mean, oh, it's got a lot more power, that's for sure. Okay, well, this didn't work out exactly how it described in here. Like, it kind of did, but it didn't feel right about it. When I tried to do it again, everything seems to be fine. You know, it was running backwards. I switched the 2 wires. I have no problem with, look, I can just barely. So I think we are calibrated. So I'm ready to take this thing out for a rip. I'm gonna get the GPS going, put it on there, and see what kind of numbers this thing can put down. Let's go. Let's do another speed run here. That appears to be working. Track, start. Oh, yeah, it's definitely a lot faster. I'm like quarter throttle and it's way faster already. Ooh, she's squirrely. Whew! Wow. I'll bet that was already faster. Oh yeah. 35 from 20, whatever it was. I think 21 or 22. And I didn't even have it full open. Let's give it another couple runs and see what we can get out of this thing. That's pretty impressive. Oh yeah. Whew. Definitely not as controllable as the baby infraction. Certainly fun though. Ease into it. Oh! Yeah, that grass is pretty thick. I don't think it's gonna come out of there. Yeah, no. Definitely not a off-road vehicle. Yeah, I'd say she rips. I want to get at least one good full pull here. Yeah, I have to go get that once she starts sliding. I think we're gonna go through some tires on this one. Let's try again. Still haven't gotten full throttle on this thing. Just gotta ease into it. Okay. Oh. Looks like we picked up some grass, huh? Right under the spoiler there. It kind of flipped over into the ditch.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna stand here this time.
Whoa!
That was a pretty violent crash. Ripped the body right off of it this
Yeah.
time. First time I had the body ripped off of this one. Oh, we can do a little J turn too. Alright, that had to be pretty close to full. Let's see what we got. Stop and read. 39.
Wow.
Well, initial speed test done on the 4-Tec. You know, I was expecting a little bit more out of it, but I think that's common. You know, that thing could have did 60 miles an hour. I go, well, I wish it did 70, but that is pretty impressive. I didn't make any changes to this thing. Totally stock gearing. All I did was change the power system. So we got 21 miles per hour out of the stock brush system. Got up to 39 was the best I did today. I think maybe I could get a little bit more out of it. I did get full throttle, but not for very long. I think if I took it back to that parking lot where I did my the testing on the little baby infraction, it would be a little better. I kept kind of veering off the road, and I don't know what's going on with that steering. I gotta sort that out too. It seems like when I get on it, it's almost like it gets torque steer. Like it wants to pull to the right. So I gotta dial that in a little bit more. Or maybe I'll take it on that road where I took the felony, which, if you haven't seen that video, that's my fastest car. And I know I got a lot more room for improvement on that thing. But that's insane. 81 miles an hour out of that car. You know, that, and it's so controllable. This one, the 4-Tec, those tires do not grip very well at all. And they're so tiny and skinny. It is very, very squirrely. Super fun. I mean, you can have a lot of fun with it. Doing little power slides, and it does donuts like crazy. I was doing little J turns with it. So a lot of fun. Still need some work, you know. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this thing. Let me know any ideas that you might have, you know, to make this thing better. And if you guys haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And I'll see you guys in the next video.